What's up everyone, Brian here from Space Coast Dragon Fruit. Today I'm going to show you how to build a trellis using a 3-inch PVC pipe, 1/2-inch rebar for the support, and a 3/4-inch bent PEX pipe for the crown. Alright, so for your tools you're going to use a pipe cutter to cut the PEX to fit. I like to use masking tape to make my measurements even for the pipe. Seamstress tape helps wrap around the pipe for even measurements. We've got a 1/2-inch drill bit with a pilot. Then we have our 2 pre-cut rebar at 17 inches for the top and 3 support beams cut to fit per the width of your pot. Special note on the rebar, if you're going to be using fiberglass, make sure you wet down the material first, use a mask and a drop cloth. 3/4-inch push to connect sharp bite for the PEX, 1 3-inch cap, and of course your 3/4-inch PEX. Lastly, we have our 25-gallon pot. So for the top of the pipe, you can see I started my measurement at 0, went down about 2.75 inches for the second mark. Third mark was 5.5 inches. Last mark was 8.2 inches. Now for the bottom, I did the same, measured all the way down, started at 0, 2.75. However, on the second mark, you can see I measured up 6 inches to make that cross support beam mark. Rolling over to 5.5, I went up 12 inches to make that mark. And you just follow that pattern. The 0-inch mark, up 12 inches, 2.75, up 6 inches. Mark our hole. We're going to drill through the pot, push that rebar through. First support beam in, we're going 6 inches up for the second hole. All right, and our last hole is going to be 12 inches up. And then for our final beam, same concept. We're going to use our shorter beam as a guide. Come over to the edge, and then we got our hole out. We're going to push that through. Out. We're going to push that last support beam through. Now we've got our support beams in. Everything's solid. We're going to finish off with the top mark right beneath the masking tape. Once we got our rebar pushed through, we're going to grab our PEX as a guide and create a circle, all those quadrants. And once we got that sorted out, we're going to bend the PEX into a circle, making sure that it makes contact with the outer edges of the rebar. And once you have a solid connection, we're going to cinch down this zip tie. Once that's cinched down and stable, it's not going anywhere, we're going to cut off the excess. Good contact with the outer edges of the rebar. You're going to measure where you're going to make that cut. We got good contact where those pieces connect. Once we have our circular PEX installed, nice and even, flush along that rebar, we're going to cinch it down with 4 zip ties. Once we have everything cinched down, you're good to go. Your trellis is complete.